Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny here, and today's look is going to be a complete fashion fair look. Well, almost complete. The only things that are not fashion fair are my eyelashes, my lip liner, and my contour powder. Everything else is fashion fair, and their new collection, Rhapsody, is live. Okay, so to start out with, I'm going to be going in with Dermalogica, and this is their Clear Start Moisturizer. It's a mattifying, oil-free moisturizer. It's great for summer. Great for oily skin. So I'm going to go in with Dr. Brandt Pores No More, and this is one of my favorite primers. If you have porous skin, if you have oily skin, if you have lines, texture, etc., this is the primer for you. Definitely using it in my forehead for any expression lines or anything like that. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to be going in with Fashion Fair. This is their Soufflé Fast Finish Makeup, and the color is Java. So to apply this, I'm just going in and tapping it out all over my face using my GemBlender. And I really love Fashion Fair foundations. Not only are the colors like amazing, dead on, like this is my color right now. It's a smidge darker than my face, but it matches my body like nobody's business. Just beautiful. So today's look is pretty much going to be clean face foundation, bright blush, clean eye, and a bright lip. So yeah, this is a cream, so it's definitely working better with a tap motion. It's fuller coverage and it's creamy and it's kind of thick and it blends out beautifully, and this absolutely absorbs none of your makeup. It makes your makeup go a very long way. You can just see how flawless that finish is from this foundation using this kind of tool. And then if you want to use your same GemBlender for something else, I have a little oil here on this baby wipe. You could just go in and clean it right off. Okay, so next up we're gonna go in with concealer. Now I did want to do a color correction, but this foundation has enough coverage, so I really don't need to color correct. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with concealer, and this is the Fashion Fair concealer in Toffee. I've never tried this color. I've never tried any of their concealers that I can think of, because a lot of their foundations can be doubled as concealers. So if this isn't the right tone, then I'll definitely make sure to try something else. So to blend out my under eye foundation, I am going to go in with another GemBlender. This is a Radiant. This is a mini Radiant. And I'm going to take that and just blend out my under eye foundation. It's the perfect shape and size, and it really helps to blend out in this area without being too big or absorbing too much makeup. I really like this concealer because it's like coffee with a lot of milk. It's a pale brown that's more neutral but not too neutral. Doesn't have a lot of yellow or a lot of red. I like my concealers warm sometimes because it looks really nice in the center of my face. I have a warm undertone through the center of my face, but I also like that it's not too cool. Although sometimes cool concealers can be really good, because if it's a peachy cool, it can go in and help kind of color correct in a way. But I really like that. Blends out really nice. It's a great tone, great consistency. Not mad. Another thing I like to do is just go in all the hollows of my face and just really fill in any dark spots that I see. I like this concealer because it has a slight of a drier texture, almost like their fast finish, which makes me feel like it's not going to get ooey gooey. Once I set this, it's going to be good to go. It's not too moist, it's not too oily, but it's also not too dry, so that's really important. It's like you need a little moisture so you don't get crepey looking because you might be dehydrated, but you also need it not to be too ooey gooey, too oily, too creamy. Alright guys, so now we're going to move on to contour, and you know that my absolute all-time favorite contour is Fashion Fair Teak. You guys should know that already. And I love Fashion Fair Fast Finish Stick Foundations. They're like cream powder. You can feel it as soon as you go to apply it that it's not going to be ooey gooey, sticky, heavy, gooey feeling foundation, and I love that. Teak. Okay. And I'm gonna do my cheeks first, then my forehead and my nose. I would dot all over my face, but this is like a fast finish and I don't want to have to work too hard to blend it out. So I'm just gonna go in and I also love to go back in sometimes with the opal, because as you can see, I used a little bit too much contour for the GemBlender for my radiant. So I'm just going back in and I'm taking off some of the excess and like stamping it around my forehead. I don't even have to add anymore. And I'm just blending everything out just to make sure everything's blent and is going to use. I did go a little bit lower than I wanted to, so I'm just gonna go in and fix that. And the good thing about Radiant too is you can use several sides. So if one side's dirty, flip it over. So now we're gonna go in with powder, and this is the Fashion Fair Oil Control Loose Powder in Honey. And I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my first few times using the Fashion Fair powder. I have high hopes for it and high expectations because I love Fashion Fair products. One thing I do love off the bat is the color. It's a very, very pretty golden. It's just light enough to give you a highlight and light enough to the point where if it oxidizes, it won't go too dark, and it's gold enough where it won't go too red when it oxidizes. And I think that's really important, specifically for darker complected women who have more of a golden center. If you get too orange or too red, your whole face is gonna look really orange and really red, and you're gonna look unhealthy. So you wanna make sure that when you're going in with your setting powders that they are complementary to your tone. To go in my under eye, I will be using a Radiant again, and they're perfect for cream, liquid, and powder. Perfect size and shape. And it helps to glide too. You can glide it, you can pack it up there. I like to pack it and then glide a little bit. Because of the texture, it's not gonna move your makeup an inch. You can glide it down once you pack it. It's not going to move your makeup at all. I'm gonna let that sit there for a few seconds, and then I'm going to go in and use a little bit of a contour powder to set my contour and to apply my contour. I don't have any contour powders from Fashion Fair, so I'm gonna use my two favorites, BBC, When Bad Bitches Connect, Bobbi Brown and Lancome. So I've let my bake sit up there for a few seconds. I'm not like a super duper heavy baker. I'm gonna go in with a brush with a tiny bit of powder and just dust away the excess. Okay, Fashion Fair, I see what you're doing with this powder. It's very finely milled, and it's giving me blur under my eye. Dare I say it? It's giving me blur. Dare I say it? I'm saying it. Okay, so now for the contour, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do my 3D contour, which involves one powder, one step lighter than my contour first, right? This one earring won't let me be green. And I'm taking that and I'm blurring that along the side of my face, and I'm also using it to blend out my reverse contour. This is more as a whole face slimmer, like a whole face slimmer. Bronzer with a big soft brush going all over my whole face. And then I'm gonna go in very precisely with my darker powder, which is Lancome. Lancome, say it with me if you know the color. Lancome 560 Suede Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go in on an angled brush and just use it to really intensify this earring, honey. Ugh! You know, and just use it to intensify that bronzer and just go up around those edges, honey, and sculpt those cheeks and Sculpt, sculpt around those cheeks. Come back behind your jaw. If you have a big face like me, if you have a small face, don't do this. And then you're just gonna blend down here. Under that chin, honey. Get that chin, honey. Get all of those chins. Okay, and I'm gonna take a little bit in my, smooth it out and crease it out. Okay, honey. Baby. So, oh, quickly. Just because I can tell the difference when my whole face is contoured and my nose is not, only because of the way the lighting that I've created falls around my new contoured face. I'm gonna go right up in here. Okay. Now I'm just gonna blend that down softly. Okay, so now we're gonna go in for like my third favorite part of my whole face. First, my favorite is foundation, then contour and highlight. Oh, this is the wrong. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, I was about to say I'm so dumb. I have two powders here from Fashion Fair that absolutely did not get any play, and I feel really sad about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of this powder right here. This is called Cola. And this is their Oil Control Press Powder. And it has a little bit of a shimmer, honey. So I'm gonna just take a little tiny bit over here and just use it to kind of blend the edges of my highlight kind of a tiny bit. And just burst it out. So your face is just like, the center of your face, like, you know what I mean? Like wet, just like that, lightly. That face beat though. Oh, she thinks she cute. She mad bald head bit. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with highlight, and you guys know that I'm gonna use air. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my long handle black kabuki brush. I'm teasing it up there because I realized that I've been lightweight careless with my highlighter, and highlighter can work just as hard against you as it will work for you if you're being careless with it, or if you're putting it in places that you don't really need to highlight. Like I'm trying to highlight my whole face and avoid this pimple. You dig? And I love this highlighter. So I'm going in, getting the highlighter, and dusting off the extra, like little bit of larger pieces, and just sprinkling it up there ever so gingerly, fading it around. Ooh, now he won't f with my crew. I don't know why I love to say that so much. Like, what crew? I'd be by myself. Just really, really feathering it up there. Oh my God, so beautifully. Like, if you have to make sound effects when you're doing it, it's okay. Just like that. And then on the tip of the nose, tiny bit on the chin, and the forehead area. Low forehead, not too high, because you don't want to make yourself look balding. Right there. Right there. But make sure to blend it out. So now what I'm gonna do is some blush, some lashes, some lip color, and then we're gonna be done, I promise. Now you guys are like, I don't like watching your makeup videos, but girl, you're annoying. I know, it's okay. And underneath where you don't have any makeup, kinda. So now we're gonna go in with blush, and this is one of their new blushes. It's such a pretty warm purple color. So this is called Fervor. And yes, I was about to say, no, it's not called Fever. No, it's called Fervor. I'm gonna go in on this brush. And because it's a darker blush, I'm going to try to keep it more so kind of toward the outside, but I do want to like scoop it around my cheek because it is darker. So I'm going to go in with a tiny bit more air. This is just a Fashion Fair clear gloss. So now for the lips, we're going to have a little fun. I do want to go in with a Smashbox pencil. This is in Private, and then I'm going to go in with a really cool new lip color from the Fashion Fair Rhapsody Collection. I like this color a lot. Okay guys, so this is pretty much the final look. I was looking down and I seen this color Felicity, and I do want to try this really quick in the center because it's so pretty. This was the color of Felicity without being mixed. That's Felicity right there, which is a really, really, really beautiful color, my God. This is the color on my lips. This is called Swoon. I'm in love with this color. It is so, so, so pretty. That's Swoon. And then they have a color called Just Cool, and it's kind of like a berry tone purple. Ooh, this is really, really pretty. Just Cool. That's a nice color, and it's a matte. Love it, love it, love it. And then they have like a really cool red orange called Breathless that is gorgeous. That any other time this probably would have been my first choice. Breathless, and it's a warm orange kind of red. Really, really, really pretty. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this look. It was nice and simple. It's a beat with some blush, some contour, some highlight, and a really pretty lip. If you like this tutorial, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like them, and then I will do more. As always guys, I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. Hit that bell so you get a notification every time I put out a new video. And as always, I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye guys.